I actually had symptoms of palpitations for more than 10 years already. So I used to had it like once, twice a year in the past 10 years. But in the last 2 years, I had it more frequently. Like a week would not pass without me having a severe palpitation. It was in 2016 when I was diagnosed with a supraventricular tachycardia, or what you call SVT. It was in 2017 when I had 2 confinements in the CCU, or the coronary care unit, and like 5 trips to the emergency room. So that was the time I decided maybe I really need to rest from work, and other activity. The episodes were lesser, that it did not merit any confinement. It was in early 2019 when my husband and I decided maybe I can go back to my normal routine again, do some work. My husband and I are also part of an international prayer group, so we were invited to Singapore to do a mission trip. So it was, I was an emergency case admitted to the Mount Elizabeth Hospital. So I was admitted to the ER. And then after 3 hours, my heart stabilized, so they decided maybe it's better to move me to a government hospital. Maybe it's going to be cheaper for me there. When they booked an ambulance, I'm supposed to be moved already from the ER bed to the wheelchair. I had another episode of tachycardia where my heart rate was more than 200. So the doctors in charge in the ER decided that I should be admitted. And then I met Dr. Lim Chun Pin. He got my medical history and learned that I've been suffering from SVT for the last 13 years. I had several attacks, and then after a while, he suggested that maybe I get a permanent solution for my SVT by going through catheter ablation procedure. We called my cardiologist here in Leyte, Philippines. He suggested, first of all, he said, it's not safe to travel back to the Philippines with your condition because they're already giving me high dosage of my maintenance medicine, but my heart continues to experience tachycardia. And then secondly, he said, the cardio friends he know who specialized in electrophysiology, who actually trained in Mount Elizabeth. So he said, you might as well get it there. So we were introduced to the one who will do the procedure, Dr. Shuli Fern. He's the one who did the cardiac procedure. And I think I would agree with them when they said that it was the permanent solution to my problem. It's been almost 3 months, and I would say my life is back to normal again. I'm back to doing training again. I'm back to traveling again. I used to travel a lot because of the kind of work that I do, but in the last 2 years, I've been really very limited. But now I get to eat the food that I want to eat again. We're happy, actually, that through CMI now, we will have access to Parkway because when we were in Singapore, the president of CMI happens to be on a business trip also in Singapore to meet with the management of Parkway and Mount Elizabeth. I would say Dr. Su, I'm blessed to have met him. After my procedure, I searched him in Google and learned that he was actually one of the best in his field. He's really an arrhythmia doctor. I never dreamed that the procedure will be done by somebody like him. As soon as I went home to the Philippines, I sent him an email to thank him for the way that he and the whole hospital staff cared for me. I did that precisely because before I left his clinic for last checkup, he gave me his calling card and wrote there his personal mobile number and said that if you feel anything on your way back to the Philippines, you are free to call me anytime. And I want that you inform me when you are back with your family that you are home safe. And even with, not only with Dr. Su, even with Dr. Lim, I had to really look him up in Facebook to thank him because I remember these two doctors were really caring. They did not visit me once, twice, but maybe 4 times, 5 times in the room, no, trying to check on me. So that one we really appreciated a lot. Because I'm a training consultant, one of the things that I do is conduct customer service training for most of the companies here in Manila, Cebu, and Leyte. I actually told my husband, maybe all the staff here in Mount Elizabeth trained in customer service, because the brand of service I got, from the nurses to the doctors to the ones getting my food order, seemed to be the same, including the person who got me from my room to bring me to the surgical room. They were all very friendly, they were all very caring. Sincerely, Mount Elizabeth changed the way I looked at patient care.